Live from Austin, Texas, you're listening to the Next 15 Podcast Show with Trey North, a live podcast covering random topics such as relationships, current news, and everyday life issues, along with my co-hosts, Chris McAllister and Andrea Clark. Get ready for the next few minutes as we hope to make you laugh, educate, and inspire you. Welcome to the Next 15 Podcast Show, everybody. It's Friday night, 7 o'clock, and you know what time it is. It's time for another episode of the Next 15 Podcast Show, and I can't forget my co-host, Chris McAllister.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your man, Chris. It is so good to be back in the saddle.
Indeed it is, brother, but we can't forget our co-host, the beautiful Andrea Clark, in the chat room. What up, Andrea?
What up, everybody? I can't see your face, so hit me up in the place.
Man, welcome everybody that is tuning in tonight. We sure do appreciate you taking the time on your Saturday night to be with the Next 15 Podcast and my crew. Thank you all in the chat room, those over there at the next15podcast.com, and those that download our episodes. You might not be live, but we want to thank you as well. Oh, guys, we got a great show coming up. But first things first, I want to tell you how much I enjoyed being on the Wrestling Way Back podcast last night with Juan Alaman. I know, man, we talked about our favorite tag team wrestlers. And I tell you what, I had a blast with Juan last night, and I know he did too.
Man, I know it's always good, dude, to talk a little wrestling, man. That just brings back my old childhood, jumping off of beds and trampolines, bro.
Hey, man, we definitely missed you on that episode, man. We wish you could have been with us. But, man, I tell you what, man, we had a great time.
Right.
So, Anyway, also on our previous episode, Quoted. I know we've been a week out due to the storms, but on our previous episode, Quoted, we had a good time, man, talking about quotes, relationship quotes. Yeah,
man. You actually find out that some of these quotes are a little crazy. It sounds good, man, and but sometimes that you think you're in love, but you might be more infatuated than anything else.
You know what? That kind of goes hand in hand with our tonight's topic. Actually,
you know what? Yeah, it does.
That was a great segue, by the way. Yeah. Tonight we're talking about relationships and how to potentially identify them, what type that you may be currently in. I mean, after this episode, you might be surprised to find out that you may be in a relationship that's for the love. Maybe it's just lust, or maybe you've got yourself a loser in your life. But my co-host and I will be digging deep in this love, lust, or loser topic. We hopefully will provide you with insight and inspiration to either move forward in your relationship or possibly consider taking some steps back and reevaluating your position in that current relationship. We encourage all of you out there that are listening live to participate in our chat room or via our podcast line. Am I in love, lust, or loser relationship? All this and more on the Next 15 Podcast, and it starts right now. You're listening to the Next 15 Podcast Show with Trey North on Spreaker.com. Oh, man, I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. It's 512-827-9164. Hey, Shamika Yarbrough, we see you in the chat room, and everybody that's out there listening. Listen, let's start with the first topic. How do you know if you are in a love relationship? Anybody want to tackle on that one? And I just want to add before we do that, tonight's episode was produced by Andrea Clark.
Dr. Andrea,
Andrea, well, let's start with you since you're the producer tonight. How do you know if you are in a love relationship? What are some of the signs?
Some of the signs that you know you're in a loving relationship. A loving relationship is more of teamwork. You have the attraction is there. You You spend time together. You split the chores. You have emotional empowerment.
Okay.
So basically, you trying to find the right word for it.
Well, let's talk about emotional empowerment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's really good. Emotional empowerment. I like what you said about love means that you want to spend time with your partner. I think also that emotional empowerment comes from listening to their needs and emotions so that you can feel connected. I think also along goes with that is a sense of sacrifice.
Yes,
is
that's
involved.
A good one.
Wow.
You're ready to give up your comfort zone, your possessions
Right.
to make your partner happy and your relationship healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Shamika in the chat room said mutual respect. And that's a good one too.
Yeah, there's gonna I like that because when there's mutual respect, you have respect for each other's opinion despite their differences,
Boundaries,
how you talk to your partner in difficult times, all of that. Yeah.
Right,
You got anything,
right.
Pastor Chris?
Yeah, I was going to go into also, man, and understanding that, being in a love relationship is also going into the point of you both wanting the same thing out of life, having some of the same aspirations and goals. You know what I mean? And so that's, kind of like guys, let me speak from a guy's standpoint of view. Most men fall in love with women that are kind of looking for the same thing that the man is looking for. We love a woman that has ambition and drive for the same thing that we have. You know what I mean? And so I truly feel like that you're in a love relationship when both of you are trying to tackle the same, things in life, man.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, I think I like that partnerships when it comes to when you're talking about you guys are heading on the same path or share some of the same goals. I think that's very important because not to take away the individuality of the relationship between the two, but there does have to be some type of goal. We got to be headed in the same direction. You know what I mean? Of navigating through this life.
right?
Yeah, I do believe in that. And you have to, be supportive of your independent goals, but then you should have, as partnerships take place, you have to have that same, some kind of common ground goal, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I have a question in regards to that, and I want to present this to the table with you, Trey, and you, Dr. Andrea. When it comes to walking into a love relationship, right? Like Trevor asked this question a little bit earlier, but as he said it, it kind of began to baffle me real fast. Like, how do you know that it's love?
Oh man, how do you know when it's love? Go ahead, Andrea. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I don't. Okay, so how do you know it's love? I guess it's the connection. I guess it's the emotional connection.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's the emotional. I think it's the emotional connection, and again, I think when you're ready to put yourself in a selfless position and focus on that other person's need rather than yours, I think that's how you know it, especially when it's reciprocated. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think love is selfless. And you're not concerned about, and I learned this, I had to give credit to Dr. Ivy Hilliard from New Light Christian Center Church in Houston, Texas. I learned that in going through a divorce that you have to put your needs on the shelf. Like if it's not 50-50, you know what I mean? It's, hey, I'm taking care of my spouse's or my lover's needs, and I'm being selfless in that, and in return they should be doing that. And then when you do that, everybody wins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just I don't know. What are you offering?
And so it's actually in the same line of what you just
Mhm.
said. I would say it's about like when you're willing to sacrifice pretty much everything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you said, when you're willing to uh, take away your needs to make sure that the other person is getting what they need. Uh, everybody says, a relationship is 50-50. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
It's 100% and 100%. Now, what that means is sometimes your 100% has to cover their 30. You know
Ooh.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And
man.
and vice versa, because we're all human. We all have our ups and downs. Again, there are moments where I'm not Superman, I'm Clark Kent, and vice versa. There are times when my wife is not Superwoman or Wonder Woman. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so there's just times when you have to, when you're in a love relationship, and then again, it's almost like it's not forced. It's almost like a
Mm.
given.
Mm.
It just happens. That person don't have to tell you, hey, you not, you know what I'm saying? Like, or
Yeah.
vice versa. It's just like, as the man, you just step up. If she ain't doing, if she's not doing all, everything that you want to do, there's some things you just look over and you do what you got to do as a man, and vice versa. I know as a lady, they do the same. So that's kind of, when you're dealing with a real love relationship,
Mhm.
it's that real sacrifice. Just a great way to say it. It's
Yeah,
sacrifice at
it
the end
is
of the day.
sacred. I love it. I love it what you said though. Sometimes it's you covering the other person. They're 30, you cover it with your 70. I love that.
Right.
And how can we not? That reminds me of a scripture. Really, it does. Because how can you
Uh-huh.
talk about love and not mention the Bible's definition of love? And how we are
Right.
to one love another. And it reminds me. When you said the word cover, I believe it's First Peter 4:8, when the Bible
Yeah.
says, above all, love each other deeply because love covers a multitude of sins or faults.
Seeing, yeah.
Yeah, and man, and when you again, when you sacrifice and you're selfless in a relationship, that's what happens, man.
Right.
We're all human, and we all know that we have flaws and we have our own personal hiccups. But the fact
Right.
that you are willing to overlook that because of the love that you have of that person, and still
Mm-hmm.
be
Yeah.
able to make that situation or that relationship work, I think that's a beautiful. It's
Right.
orchestrated so beautifully when it happens like that. Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
guys. One said, when you care for one another equally, you remain independent, but you are one. And Shamika also said, giving all of yourself without losing yourself.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is. What
Right.
about and forgive me. Well, no, I'm not gonna apologize. But what about what First Corinthians 13 and 4-8 or 4-7 says about what love is? Like love
Love
is
is patient, love is kind.
Right.
that it doesn't envy. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. It doesn't envy. It
It
doesn't.
doesn't envy. That's so good.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't boast. It's not proud. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not self-seeking. It's not. I mean, it goes on. It's not easily angered. I love that it keeps no records of wrong. Now that's what to me. When you're in love, when you keep no record of the wrongs that the other person, you're able to forgive
Mm-hmm.
and let it go.
That's good.
That's so
Yes.
good, man. That is so good, dude. When you say keeps no record of wrong, you know what I mean?
Man, that's
That
deep.
that's
Mhm.
heavy. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That's
Yes.
heavy because a lot of relationships end because people can't forgive or release past,
Yeah,
aggressions or
yeah.
and all that good stuff. And so if it's true love, if you're in a love relationship,
Mm-hmm.
it is incumbent of you to let stuff go. Like, if it's
Yes.
real love, you're not playing this tit for tat game,
Right.
or you're not holding on to stuff and say, well, I'm going to store this and
Yeah.
have it as ammunition for the
Right.
next time we get
Right.
into a disagreement or into an awkward situation. But people do that because of self protection. They only do that. A lot of people don't do it out of spite. They doing it just for self-protection. They, quote unquote, say they love you, but you're not going to do that to me again. You know what I mean? And so they do that out of protection on their end. And like you said, love, it doesn't hold grudges. You know what I mean? It doesn't do things out of spite.
Yeah.
But oh my God, that was heavy.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I mean, because a lot of people keep score. They're keeping score, and I like that. In fact, the Bible talks about it, says that it always protects, it always trusts, hopes, and perseveres. That, I think that's how you know you're in a love relationship. That right there, you don't have anything if you don't have that. And I don't think there's anything in that scripture or in that ingredient that needs to be left out. I mean, it covered it. It's so thorough when in that scripture, to me, in my opinion. Yeah.
I mean, it is the ingredient. It is the ingredients to love.
Yeah.
Like you can't have love if you don't have all of those ingredients.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you know, guys, that you're in a love relationship. If you want to have anything to say, give me a call, 512-827-9164. Let us know what you got. We'll put you on live or give us a shout out in the chat room. Before we go to commercial break, and that number is 512-827-9164. Hey, Bree, how are you doing? Hey, Gail. Hey, Jacqueline, and everybody out there. Juan Alaman, how you doing tonight? I know you got to say it, Juan. You gotta.
I'm sorry, Juan. I don't know if that's offensive, man. Forgive me, but I do that all the time.
It's not, because he calls me Traver, and Kravis. But anyway, I tell you what, guys, give us a call, 512-827-9164. We're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about how do you know if you're in a lust relationship. This should get real grimy. We'll catch you right back on the Next 15 podcast after these messages. Attention business owners, entrepreneurs, podcast hosts, or even churches. Do you have a product or service that you'd like to advertise to help spread the word and boost sales for your business or organization? Then allow Next 15 Podcast Production to produce your next advertisement with a professional voiceover. We have over 20 years of experience in creating voiceovers for churches, city government departments, and online businesses. Next 15 Podcast Production will assist you with your next project using our professional studio equipment along with our experience. Let us create your next voiceover that will take your business or organization to the next level. Go to next15podcast.com and click on Voiceover Work tab to preview the actual voiceover commercials that were created for our business affiliates. You can also contact us at next15podcast@gmail.com. Next 15 Podcast Production, where voiceovers and businesses simply go together. You're listening to the Next 15 Podcast Show with Trey North on Spreaker.com. And we're back with the Next 15 Podcast Show. And if you're just tuning in and you came in late, we're talking about love, lust, or loser relationships. And our first topic that we discussed was, how do you know if you're in a love relationship? So if you missed that, you're going to have to continue to listen here, then go back after the show and download it so that you can get the full episode. Well, let's dive into it. How do you know if you're in a lust relationship? I know some of my listeners out there got so much to say about that one. Give me a call if you want to talk about it live at 512-827-9164. That number again is 512-827-9164. We'll get you live right here on the podcast, and you can talk about, how do you know if you're in a lust relationship? Chris, I'm gonna turn that over to you, buddy. I'm gonna let you start out with this.
Oh man! Wow. Some of the ways you know that you are in a lust relationship, man. Let's start off with some of let's go with the obvious on this one, man. Like, you know, you're in a lust relationship when you don't even want to have the conversation. You're attracted to hey, let's be real. You're attracted to the body. You want that person over, but you don't want the conversation.
Yeah.
They don't stimulate anything else but your bodily functions. So,
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, bro.
Wait, I'm looking in the chat. I just happened to look in the chat. And Bree's talking about, we're talking about lust next? Let me get my glass of wine. She ain't got a lick of sense. But you know what? That's true, man. You're only interested in having a physical relationship with that person. I mean, your primary focus is just outer appearance of the person rather than other characteristics that they may have to offer. I mean, let's be real. I mean, literally, no emotional attachment, no remote interest in what's going on in their life, no need to discuss feelings.
Nope. They get up and leave, and at the middle of the night, they don't stay for breakfast.
They don't cuddle.
Nope.
2 German shepherds. None of that.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? We can dig a little even deeper than that. When
Let's
you start
go.
talking about a lust relationship, because a lot of people we attribute lust to just the physical aspect, but sometimes we could lust after what people can provide.
Ooh, come on.
So you can go into you're lusting after what somebody can provide in the physical as a monetary, as a opportunist or opportunity. People will do whatever they need to do to elevate themselves. I'll put it that way.
Their own agenda.
Their own agenda. And sometimes you can lust after somebody's form of provision, if you will.
Wow, that's kind of deep, right there. You have something to offer on that, Andrea? I mean, that's a pretty everything's given, huh?
Yeah, you just basically summed it up.
Yeah, I mean, if you can sum it up in 2 words, I'd go booty call.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, really. I mean, it's just a sexual relationship. We don't have no strings attached.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous, though. That can be dangerous because a lot of times we are we're looking at just the physical part, the body, the outside of the body, and you don't know how dangerous that person is. That can get you into a very, very, very uncomfortable predicament. You know what I mean? That could put your life in jeopardy too. I mean, really.
It can.
Yeah.
Shamika said, lust after someone's success.
Yeah, absolutely, Shamika. Yeah. You can lust after the lifestyle that they're living, and I mean, again, that's to me a user.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what? Lust is never mutual. If you ever thought about that, it's always one that lusts after the other, but it's not 2 people lusting after each other.
You think?
You know what I mean? And the reason why, because somebody's gonna fall in love. You see what I'm saying? Like somebody that lust, well, I say fall in love, but that lust, that person, one of the other always changes. You know how you always you hear the friends with benefits and all that good stuff, right? And then it's always one or the other catching feelings for the other,
right?
I think that has to do with. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You good. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying. I think that deals with soul tying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Soul ties. That's dangerous. You're right, but I got a question though. Like, what happens when it's a mutual thing? I know I see comments in the Bree's bringing up comments about the friends with benefits are definitely based on lust. Just say no, but like, what about when it's a mutual thing? Like when 2 people, are in agreement that hey, this is just gonna be straight up physical, no string attached. Is it what you're saying that hey, that can never happen because somebody's going to end up eventually catching feelings?
Yeah,
it can never last. It can never last. It can start. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that you both can't come up with that agreement. But if you're talking a long term, this is all we're gonna do. Absolutely not. That's not going to last. It never
Right.
does. Now, one or two times, maybe. Yeah, okay, cool. But like it keep happening? Absolutely not. I don't believe it because again, because of the soul ties. Like, the more, if you ever understand it, and people have to understand when you start talking soul ties, is the more you do it, the more you begin to take on the trait of that individual that you are laying with. So you'll start acting a certain way and don't even know why you act the way you act. It was because you're tied to somebody at this point, and so you're actually taking on some of their personality traits. That's why it's a soul tie. Like you're tied to that attitude, you're tied to that frustration or that irritation and all that good stuff.
You know what? I agree with that. I also agree with being in a lustful relationship can also bring a certain amount of danger to an individual.
Yes.
I mean, and I think that comes from people that are maybe currently in a relationship with someone else, are married.
Yeah.
And that lust comes out. And like I said, those two people end up lusting with one another. And you got one that has a home and one that doesn't.
Yeah.
And so you got somebody with something on that's basically there's something on the line to lose here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whereas the other one doesn't.
Yep. Whether it's that sugar daddy, that sugar mama. But yes.
You sound like you got experience in that, Andrew.
No, I don't. Not in that.
No, but man, that reminds me. It's so many things just coming up in my mind. That reminds me about in the Bible about David, and the Bible. It just reminds us about how great men who've been called by God still struggle with lust and sinful desires. And it reminds me of David and Bathsheba, and how David lusted after Bathsheba. You know what I mean? Like she was married to someone else. You know what I mean? And I just gotta take a sidebar. Bathsheba, like is that really her name? Like Bathsheba? It'd be spelled Bathsheba, and he saw her taking a bath on her roof and was lusting after her. You know what I mean? Yep. And then he sent somebody out, and he was like, "Man, who was this?" He was like, "Hey, she married, bro. He out here fighting for you." You know what I'm saying? And so, knowing she was married, he go and sleep with her, and then he get her pregnant, and like then he's like, "Oh man, I got her pregnant. Let me call her husband back in from battle, so he could come home and visit and sleep with her." He didn't cover it up, but it didn't work. He didn't sleep with her. And that dirty joker off of lust, he sent the soldier back out. He sent her husband back out to fight on the front lines where he died.
Wow.
Like that's how dangerous love can be. No, but I bet y'all never thought about Bathsheba though. Go look at it, read it. It's Bathsheba. We'd be like Bathsheba. I'm like, that's Bathsheba. She was taking a bath.
Wow.
How do you?
Okay, hold on, guys. Bree put in the comments. She said, "You take on personality. If you sleep with Jamaican, you may wake up with your hair and dreadlocks." I don't know nothing about that though. I can't relate to that. Yeah. Okay.
It sounds like Bree sleeps with a Jamaican.
Yes, that's what it sounds like, right?
I think Bree's married. Is he Jamaican?
Right.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh my goodness, man, that's crazy. I got a question for you guys, and I'm gonna let you guys answer this. Can lust turn into love?
That's a good one.
Can lust turn into love?
What about the listeners calling in and hitting on that, if y'all can, or if you will? 512-827-9164. Can lust turn into love?
That's I was thinking, because can lust turn into love? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure.
I think my opinion is because lust is physical, and I think the only way that it can turn into love is off of physical feelings, emotions,
emotional feelings.
Yes.
Feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay. Okay, so if you're married and you're in love with your wife, can you not lust after your wife?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you not lust for your wife and you're in love?
Well, I mean, would the word lust be the word to use in
Not in that same category.
that same category?
So
Because
what?
if you're married and it's your wife or it's your husband, you can desire them, but are you technically lusting? You know what I mean? Like I don't.
So desiring and lust aren't the same thing. So you're saying I desire, like, are you saying lust comes with maybe bad intentions or?
Right. Well, or lust comes at lust comes at all cost. Like I want to lay with her, even if I gotta put her husband on the front lines to be killed.
that's
Okay, one in the chat room said, if there's any respect left, maybe.
Okay.
So
have any? I'm just gonna have anybody here in the studio have had any lust relationship that turned into love?
not me.
Not you.
No.
No, not me either. I mean, it was the ones. It was strictly lust and it stayed there. It was strictly lust.
Okay.
And for guys, I don't know. It's I don't know.
Okay, guys. Gail says sometimes the attraction is so strong it can lead you all the way to lead you all
to get to know each other
on a higher level, which may lead to love, but you both have to work for it. And then Bree said, married folks need to be attracted physical and desire each other. Trust me, it keeps you faithful.
Attracted to you physically.
Yeah, that's 100% in the game.
Yeah,
I mean, got it. Like if that's what they liked when they got with you, try your best to maintain at least that. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna say this. I think you can lust and then fall in love, and let me tell you why. Because when you first see that, from a male's perspective, y'all, if you will, when you first see a woman, you don't know her inner appearance. You just see her for her outer.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing you see, or the first thing I see, is them yams. I see them yams, man. And then, I see the face. You know what I'm saying? I see the body, and I be like, God, I gotta holler at her. Now that right there is straight lust. Like you can call it lust or attraction. Okay, that's attraction. Okay, I ain't gonna just say I'm just lusting. Oh God, I want it. But let's be real, guys. I'm just saying, let's be real. When we first see it, we be like, man, she bad. And then you get to talking to, if you're like me, me personally, this is me personally, you can be so fine. And I'll see them yams and I'll be like, I want some of that. But then I'll be like, when you open your mouth,
right,
and it ain't something that come out right, then I'm totally just, it leaves, it's gone. But I think that it's possible, and in the beginning or initially, maybe there is a sense of lust and mutual attraction that you have at first when you meet somebody, because you're physically attracted to them, just like Bree said, and you're desiring them, but then you begin to learn that person and their behaviors, and then you might potentially fall in love with them. I think it could happen. I think it could have started out, kind of lustful, but then turn into a relationship. You find out that y'all have mutual goals.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. And that's good. And you're right. You're right when it comes to me. And I would like to hear the woman side of that, because I want to see if women truly think the way like men really do? Like, I mean, of course, there is a physical attraction. Now, we know that there are beautiful men and women out there, right? So there, we're not talking just the or what you consider beautiful, because everybody has their own taste and qualities that they like in an individual. But for women, I want to have that same dialogue with a lady, or Miss Andrea. Like, is it the same for women when they go and they see a guy? Is the first thing they see is the body, or is the first thing they think in their mind is like, well, I wonder, what his credit score is, or I wonder if he has any kids, or you know what I mean? Like, what's the first thing? Because again, Trevor's absolutely right. For most men, and when I say most, 99.9, most of us, if you see a woman, the first thing you're looking, you have your certain attributes that you're gonna definitely look at. So some people are face people. Like your face got to be on point. You know what I mean? Your hair got to be on point. When I met my wife, I'm a whole total package. Like, you got to have all of it. So I'm going to scan you from the head to your toe. And if I see that your toenails ain't clipped, I'm like, ooh, I'm out. Just playing. I'm just joking. But
well, I think, go ahead.
No, I said, yeah. Give me your perspective from a woman's point of view on that.
Well, I think for a woman, I can only speak for me. I look at muscles. Well, first I look at the face and see if he's, attractive. Then you go to the arms. Is he muscular built, chest wise? Of course, the man with a butt, I don't, some men, a lot of men is gay, so they have a butt. So I don't look at, the backside. But for me, it's just the face and the chest.
I got you. Wait a minute. Hold on. You not just go run past
it. Thank
you. So, okay. So women, do women look at men's butts? Is that an actual thing?
That is a turnoff. A man butt can't be bigger than mine. So you be seeing a lot of men that has a curvy butt and they have a belt on that's really, really tight on their pants. I was like, no, that's not attractive.
Okay.
Okay, I need y'all ladies to call in and answer that question for me.
512-827-9164. Women, do you look at butts? I saw Dwayne McAllister. What's up? I see your comments with the zip on the emoji. Oh, Bree says a big booty man is not cute.
I agree, Bree. Like, you cannot date a man whose butt is bigger than yours. That is a turn off. And Miss Gail agrees. She said, yes, man with hips and a butt is a no. Thank you.
But I mean, what if he's born like that? That's like, he ain't. I mean, if he's working out, what if he have all the other stuff?
What if he has an arch in his back when he walks?
No, you can no. You go keep going to the left.
I'm sorry.
Going to the left.
We need to have commercial break.
I will not be lusting over that. Okay.
No, I'm sorry, God. I
totally derailed this whole conversation.
This might get pulled from the catalog. Listen, guys, keep it locked. We're gonna come back and we're gonna cover how do you know if you're in a loser relationship. Y'all keep it locked right here on the next 15. Hey ladies, looking for something to protect your natural or relaxed hair while you sleep or when you're putting on your makeup? Then check out Breeze Bonnets. Breeze Bonnets are handmade and sewn with you in mind. Created for adults and specially made for children at affordable prices. Breeze Bonnets, founded in 2019, providing satin hair bonnets for women of all ages. Check out Breeze Bonnets on Instagram. That's BreesBonnets. Head on over to Breeze Bonnets on Instagram and mention Next 15 and receive a buy one and get one half off discount on your next order. You're listening to the Next 15 Podcast Show with Trey North on Spreaker.com. And we're back. We just got through talking about butts on men's. Oh my God. We just got through talking about how do you know if you're in a lust relationship, and somehow we got into men with curvy backs and big hips and booties. I don't know how that happened. I'm so sorry. Our final topic is, how do you know if you are in a loser relationship? And I guess I'll start off with that. There's the person is not predictable or dependable, I think. They focus on tearing you down and not building you up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They just have nothing to offer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, I think, when you're in a loser relationship, is the person doesn't have any interest. He's killing your he or she is killing your confidence. He or she does not pump your gas. I'm gonna say for him. I'm gonna say a him does not pump your gas.
What you mean, like physically pump your gas in your tank?
In your car, yeah. Like if y'all riding together, he is a loser.
That's chivalry.
No.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Ladies, is that really a sign that you're in a loser relationship if he don't pump your gas? I mean, is it really?
Yes, if we're in the car together, and then just say I go pay for the gas, and then I come back and you still sitting in the car, you don't pump your gas. No, you're a loser.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna agree 100% with you on that, Miss Andrea.
I hate you.
Like if we together. And I don't care if it's a sunny day or rainy day, or if it's a snowy day. Like for a man, it's just natural for me to be the one to get out, because 9 times out of 10 I'm the one driving anyway. I'm gonna get out and pump the gas. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
all right.
If you make your girl pump the gas, bro, I mean, unless there's something wrong, you know what I mean? Like, there's circumstances. I get that, but you just, But just sitting there while she out there pumping gas and you in your car playing Tetris on your phone.
Exactly.
Okay, Dwayne says, what if she's really independent and doesn't want you to?
You still initiate it.
Go ahead, Andy.
Well, you still initiate to go pump her gas, regardless if she say, no, I get it. She just saying that to see if you really gonna say, no, let me go pump your gas.
No, I know some chicks that get out and pump their gas, and they want to pump their own gas and top it off in the whole 9 yards.
If I'm by myself, I do it. But if it's a male in the car with me, I better not be pumping my gas. Well, my son pump my gas if the kid's in the car.
Okay. Well, I'll give you chivalry. I am a man of chivalry. I open doors. I pull out seats. I get that. Yeah. I was raised by all women, so I got those qualities from them. But some guys, as far on the guy side, because you talk about guys, but there's some women too that are losers. Loser.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that.
I mean, and I think in some. I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't even let you answer the question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say.
I'm tag teaming off of y'all. You
Oh God. I'm just saying. I get that. I mean, I get that. I really do. I understand the need for chivalry. I think a woman should be treated like a queen. I think it goes both ways, but there's some loser ladies out there too that's sorry as well. They offer no sacrifice. They have abusive behavior, emotionally, physically, and mentally, downright disrespectful. I mean, come on. I've seen women, they had just as much as game as the guys do. I mean, they out here like a pimp selling dreams out here. I'm for real. I know some chicks is worse than I used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I have to agree with you on that too. I mean, it is a lot of women out here who do play games, mind games.
Gold diggers.
Yeah. That's what they're called.
Yeah, they have no stability in their life. And I'm just saying, not women, I'm saying period, for the loser. They have no stability in their life in which they can't offer any in yours at that point. Yeah.
That's
Right.
true.
I want to say this too. This goes on both sides. This is a trait that you know that you're technically with a loser. And I hate to say this, but when people can use your insecurities against you, you know, just because they're losers don't mean that they're stupid. That don't mean that they're
Of
not
course.
smart. A loser can be very intelligent, very intuitive. And so what they do is they can prey on your insecurities or they can begin to understand what you lack in and use that against you. That's how you know you're in a loser relationship, because they'll make sure that you stay losing. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true.
and because some people just don't want to see you advance. Again, it goes to that jealousy. We always think about jealous of a man being jealous of another man, or a woman being jealous of another woman. But sometimes individuals can be jealous of their counterparts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you might be with a loser if a person knows how to manipulate your insecurity.
Yeah, that is a loser. Hold on, I think we got a call coming in. Just 1 second. Let's see. Welcome to the Next 15 Podcast Show. This is Trey North. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Hey, Trey, this is Juan. I'm calling from Puyallup, Washington.
Hey, Juan Alaman. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Crabber. How are you?
See, I told you.
Yeah, you thought I wasn't paying attention earlier. Juan.
I'm sorry.
No, what I wanted to say about, because I find this very interesting, the loser relationship, is when someone uses love as a tool.
Ooh.
You know,
Wow.
I love you,
Yeah.
but I need you to do this for me.
Mm.
You know I love you, but,
Wow.
and there's always a condition to it. Love should be unconditional.
Right. Absolutely.
And it should go both ways, you know? So you're stuck in a loser relationship when it's always that caveat to the love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just don't love you. They need something from you all the time.
Man.
That's true. Yeah.
So that was my two bits.
Wow. Uses love as a tool.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that.
That's good. And how many people do that? That's so crazy. Like when he just said it, I thought about, you know how many people use that as a tool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that goes
But I'll let you guys go. Loving the show, guys.
But thanks, man. Thanks for calling in, Juan. We always a pleasure to talk with you, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Later.
Oh man, that was good.
Yes.
Man, because you know what? And I'm not here to bash the men. You know, this is a unisex show, but a lot of men will know that a woman has caught feelings for them and will use that against them to get what they want.
Right.
I mean, that's true. We got another call coming in. Let's see who this is. Let's see. Having problems with my phone here. Hold on. Let's see. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Welcome to the Next 15. This is Trey North. Who am I speaking with?
This is Dwayne, bro. What's going on, man?
Hey, Dwayne McAllister.
Oh, T-Mac.
Yes. Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Man, nothing much. What's your comment?
So I was thinking about this. You guys were talking about the loser relationship. And one thing that I've thought about that I've kind of seen and even experienced myself some at one time was when that person or even you don't love yourself.
Ooh.
So you're a loser, but it's because of the love or the lack of love that you have for yourself. So it's like you're not able to really give that other person the love that they need, you know? And so you're trying to get everything out of them that you can get, or they try to get that out of you that they can get, because maybe you don't love yourself.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Confidence. Yeah.
Perfect sense.
You know what I'm saying? So like you're trying to like, and I'll just say like, for example, if it were me, because I don't know my own work and I don't know my own, I'm not secure within myself. So now I try to get all of that out of you because I don't know what that is within myself. And in my mind, it's just my personal opinion. I think sometimes that can be like a loser relationship because now that other person is losing.
Yeah.
You know, they might be ready. They might be ready to give everything that they have, but because you're inadequate or because you're insecure or because you don't know how to deal with yourself, now that person is losing. So in my mind, that's a loser relationship.
Man. Yeah, I agree.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Wow.
That's real good.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, yeah, if you don't even love yourself or even begun to know, and I think that may attribute to not knowing who you are as an individual. You still trying to find out what you want out of life. you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
I didn't think of it flipping it that way, but yeah, I mean, that's very good. Wow.
Yeah, well, that's all I wanted. So I'm going to let y'all get through, and Miss Andrew, I'm going to let y'all get through. I've been enjoying the listening to you guys tonight, so thank you for letting me call in.
Man, no, man, I appreciate it, man. Sound like you in there boo-booing or something in the bathroom. I'm just, this how we play. This how me and the fellas play. This my circle, y'all. That done called in. This is how we tap with each other. That's just love. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that out there.
Thanks, Dwayne.
I'm in the garage because you always complaining about my kids, so I was trying to get in a quiet place.
My bad. Oh, man. All right, thank you, bro. Love you, man.
Yeah, too.
All right, bet. I was trying my best not to say it, but I was thinking it, and I was like, "Don't say it, don't say it." And I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm the same thing, bro. But I wasn't gonna say it.
Boy, yeah, it's wrong.
That's twice I didn't struck out tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Oh man.
But you know what, Trey? Like he said something and real quick that I want to kind of just dig in real quick on, man. Like he said, like you have those individuals that don't love themselves, and so how many times a relationship ends because people try to pull out of somebody or something out of somebody that they don't have to give. You know what I mean? Like you want something from this person, but they weren't qualified or equipped to give you what you were looking for. You know what I mean? And so we bash that individual for not giving it, but I can't give you $100 if I don't have $100. You know what I mean? That type of deal. And so, and so sometimes we call people losers when not necessarily they're not losers. They just don't have what we want.
Could that be a result of maybe you're looking for that in a person because it's a deficiency in your life? Maybe.
You know what? 9 times out of 10, that's correct.
Yeah.
9 times you're looking for the exact thing that you don't have. Like if I have a car, I don't need a man. I don't need a man or a woman with a car. I have one. I'm looking for a man or a woman with a house because that's what I don't have. I always use physical things, but we do that with emotions and feelings also. Like, why would I look for somebody who has, who's how can I say it, who's more affectionate when I got the affection part down? I don't necessarily need that. I need somebody who's strict on money because that's why I don't have it together.
See that,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, see that's a user, man, and an abuser, and again, that's the selling you a dream to me. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why can't we get this stuff together? You know what I mean? And be in a relationship, but yeah. Yep. Wow. Oh gosh. I love it. I've had fun tonight.
I did too.
I hope we've educated you guys out there listening. And if you have any comments before we go, we don't have to shut it down, but, that's all I have. Any final comments that Andrea you might have for the folks out there that's listening tonight?
Final comment. I'm glad this was a good episode. And I thank everybody for participating. And also, I want to give my coworker Theo a shout out. He came up to me earlier this week at work, and he was telling me how he listened to the podcast. He started listening like a month ago, and how it's helping him through a bad breakup. So I thank you guys for all your comments, all your call-ins, because you don't realize that it's how much it's helping somebody else.
Wow. His name is Theo?
Theo.
Theo, if you're listening, thank you very much for tuning in. This is why we do the show. We like to have fun, but we are here to inspire and educate others. So thank you so much for being a listener. Thank you very much. Oh man. If you don't mind, Theo, if you're listening, go to next15podcast.com and drop us a review and tell us how much these shows impacted your life or how well you like the show. I'd appreciate that. I'm sorry. Got one last comment in the chat room from Bree. People just want someone that compliments them. Ooh, if I am peanut butter, I'm looking for somebody to be my jelly. Wow.
Yes.
We didn't hit
Bree.
that. Ooh, that's good. Killing them with these compliments. Wow. And then Jacqueline Hammett says, if you don't love yourself, you'll accept any kind of behavior or treatment just to say you have a man, or he say he loved me, so I will accept mistreatment. But hey, I have a man. Ooh.
A lot of women tend to do that too. They will accept because of their confidence is low, and then the guy is giving them, feeding them dreams.
Selling them a dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's when it falls into that loser. Like he's probably sleeping on his mama couch or whatever, but selling you all these dreams.
Wow.
All this, he's making you drink this fish oil.
Oh man. Oh man. Hey, Adrian Carter, thank you so much for tuning in. Pastor Chris, you got any final comments for him tonight?
Yeah, man. This has been a great episode. Miss Andrew, you did such a wonderful job of bringing this to light. Thank you for that. But my final comment is that anybody that's in a relationship, do a deep dive and really figure out if you are in a love, lust, or loser relationship. And the minute that you can find out what that is, make the necessary adjustments, guys. Because you don't want to be in a loser relationship, and you definitely don't want to be in a lust relationship thinking that it's love. So, do what you need to do to figure that one out, and please make the necessary adjustments.
Man, that's good advice, man. Hey, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Listen, if you've missed it, you came in late, go to next15podcast.com. You can find all of our episodes there on our podcast page. This has been real. Catch us next Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is Trey North, and we'll see you on the Next 15.